All right, guys, so I got a little test and review for you guys. This is a no-spill coolant funnel, and if you have never used one of these and you've been struggling to get the radiator not only filled up but also get the air out of it, excuse me, this is going to really help you. So I'm going to put a link down in Amazon for the description for this. They're not very expensive. They're under $20. And you get the funnel itself, and it's got a sealed cap that you can put on there. There's a metal plunger in the middle to seal it up. When you take it off, I'll show you that. And you got this huge bag of all kinds of different adapters for whatever make and model that you're going to be working on. Now, the way this works, this is a 2005 Toyota Tundra. It's got the 4-liter. So this is the factory radiator cap, and I've already drained the coolant, and I'm at the point where I need to go ahead and fill it up. And you've got these adapters, right? And you just find the one that the tip goes in, fits like that, and there's a thick rubber washer right here that will seal when we put the cap on. Now this obviously is almost, you know, this is for Toyotas, and you just put it on like that, and it's just as tight as the radiator cap. So there's lots of different adapters. You've got Ford adapters, GM adapters, you've got the screw-on ones, you've got the push to lock like these, and you just take the funnel and you set it down like that. Now this middle piece right here just pulls out. It's a nice tight fit. But so we're going to fill the coolant like this, right? And then when we're done, and if there's still coolant in here, we're going to let the engine run so it will have an opportunity to bubble up. Now, the reason this is so good is because you're not going to get coolant spilling out of the neck, right? As the thermostat opens and it draws coolant into the engine, and the coolant starts to expand from the heat, it will start to rise in the level of the radiator. Well, normally you'd have to, you know, put the cap on real fast and it gets everywhere. So we're going to see, hopefully this will not spill anything, but it shouldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and get the coolant for the Toyota. I'm going to put this stuff aside here, and I'll show you how it works. All right, so I've got my Toyota coolant, and I'm just going to start filling the radiator up. And this funnel holds a generous amount. I don't know, it looks like it may hold almost half a gallon. And as you see, there's absolutely nothing being spilled. This is really, I don't know why I haven't used one of these before. All right, so you see I've got the radiator, actually it's overfilled, right? So it's filled the radiator up, and there's a little bit in the funnel right here, and not a drop is spilled. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the engine, and we'll go and run it till it opens up. I'm also gonna turn the heater to high and the fan on high as well. So the thermostat's open, and you probably see some bubbles going through there. You can see the coolant, because it's warm, has expanded. I've just got this top on so nothing falls in there. But this is how it's going to purge all the air, because normally if you had the radiator cap off right now, it would be bubbling up and over. But this is a great way to keep air, or to get air out of the system after you've done this. So I'm going to let this run a little while, and then I'll turn it off after it stops bubbling, and then we'll see what happens next. All right, so here we are back just a little while later, and as you can see, there's no more coolant in the funnel. It has all been drawn back into the engine. So what we're going to do is going to take this plunger. Now if there was still coolant in this bottle, you just take this plunger. I call it a plunger, it's really a plug, and I'm just sticking it in there. So if the level were, you know, even if it was up to here, there's no more coolant going to spill out. And then you just take this off just like that. Not a single drop was spilled at all. And just going to take the radiator cap. Oops. Put it back on just like that. All right, so I am going to put, again, a link to this down in the description. The only thing I'm going to do is just rinse this out with some water, and then I'll put everything back into the box. This is the most awesome thing. This is the most awesome thing for doing coolant refills on your vehicle. It really is. So anyway, I hope that was helpful and that you guys got some value of that, and I will talk to you in the next video.